This is unreal. It was only recently that the New York Knicks traded RJ Barrett, Emmanuel quickly to the Toronto Raptors to get OG Anunoby and a couple of other pieces. And now, according to an NBA insider and executive, they note that the New York Knicks' next big trade could involve Julius Randle and picks. We're going to break down this explosive report and so much more today. So be sure you're subscribed to the channel and have notifications turned on so you don't miss a second of the new content. And now, let's get started. An NBA executive believes that the New York Knicks will trade Julius Randle in their next big trade. This was first reported by Hoops Hype Michael Scotto. Here's the exact report in terms of what the NBA executive he interviewed stated. And as you can see here, an NBA executive believes the New York Knicks' next big trade will include Julius Randle plus picks. This is coming from NBA insider Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype. He notes the following as was mentioned to him by an NBA executive. This executive had the following to say after the New York Knicks made the blockbuster trade of getting OG Anunoby on the roster. My initial reaction was that the Knicks overpaid because of the hypothetical value you could maybe get for quickly on paper in a separate deal. But the Knicks are in a good place to use Julius Randle and picks to make another big move. So that justifies them giving up two of their scoring options. Anunoby's health is also a factor that'll help determine how this trade ages. Expect the unexpected. When RJ Barrett and Emmanuel quickly were traded to the Toronto Raptors, a team that we have an active lawsuit going on with. When that happened, all bets were off, everything was on the table, nothing is off the table. As of right now, the New York Knicks could trade anybody, and it won't shock me or surprise me. I could never think in a million years that the Knicks and Toronto would actually see a way to do business even though they have the lawsuit going on. If that could happen, anything could happen. So could Julius Randle and picks be moved for a potential star or superstar? I absolutely can see the New York Knicks doing that. Because if they feel that they can't reach the level that they want to reach with Julius Randle on the team, kind of similar in a way how they felt with RJ Barrett on the team, then why wouldn't they move him? Especially if they can get a star or superstar caliber player in its place. Now, I don't know if that's the return that they're going to be able to get because it's going to be a lot of factors into trading Julius Randle, his value, and what team you're going to be able to get him to. Because who's that team going to be? What assets are they giving up? And are the Knicks going to be better after the trade, worse, or pretty much the same? Because you're going to have to ask yourself that regarding who the New York Knicks end up trading if they make Julius Randle available. But at least according to this NBA executive, the reason he believes that Quickly and RJ, as he put it, the New York Knicks' two best scorers right behind Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle, if you just go ahead and trade them away, the only way you can justify doing that is by moving Randle and picks to get another superstar in here to pair with Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby. And if you do that, then maybe you justify the move. But would the New York Knicks trade Julius Randle now, given the fact that they just traded away RJ Barrett? I think we all knew and agree the Knicks needed to get rid of one of them, and they made their choice. They got rid of RJ, and they kept the two-time All-NBA, two-time All-Star in Julius Randle. That's who they kept. That's who they believe in. So it would be pretty crazy and insane for the New York Knicks to turn around and trade him for another player. In my opinion, though, if they did that, would it be shocking or surprising? It's hard for me to answer that with the fact of the matter is we don't have RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly on this team because they play for Toronto. That was such an unexpected move by Leon Rose. If that happened, nothing can be ruled off the table. But I know what you guys are thinking. What player potentially could Julius Randle be traded for? I don't know potentially who that player could be. But what I do know is that NBA insider Michael Scotto revealed the following about the New York Knicks and who they're still targeting even after the OG Anunoby trade. According to him, he states that the Knicks will continue to be active on the trade market, and as previously reported by Hoops Hype, the Knicks have been targeting Anunoby and Hawks guard DeJounte Murray. While losing quickly seemingly hurts a potential trade package for Murray, Murray remains a player the Knicks are interested in acquiring. Shout out to my guy Michael Scotto from Hoops Hype for giving us the following update about the New York Knicks and who they're still targeting for trade. And that obviously is still DeJounte Murray. They still have high interest in him and want to acquire him and add him to this team to play alongside Jalen Brunson in the backcourt. And honestly, for me, I love that idea. I would love to see the New York Knicks do that. But if you're going to send Julius Randle and picks to Atlanta for Murray, I don't know if you would do that because a lot of people would rather the New York Knicks do a trade for Randle that gets them back a superstar. Murray is absolutely a star. That's without question. But is he a superstar? No. Can he become a superstar? I don't know. He has time still to do it, but it would be very difficult in my opinion given how he plays and his play style. But if the New York Knicks are going to make a trade and they want to make sure they get off of Randle and they can't get a better deal, and they feel like Randle is holding this team back, they might make the move. And that move might be for DeJounte Murray. That might anger a lot of fans because a lot of fans would probably agree that Randle probably overall is just a little bit better of a player than DeJounte Murray is. And if that's the case, you don't want to trade a better player for a worse player. So in that regard, I can understand that. I don't know if that's going to be the trade. They might go around and trade for Murray, retain Randle in that trade, and then go ahead and flip Randle for another significant piece that they can add to this team to build with. I don't know what to expect with Leon Rose after the move that he made with Toronto. That puts everything into a question mark and also puts all the chips on the table. Everything is a possibility at this point, and anything could absolutely happen. Is it possible that the New York Knicks could potentially trade Julius Randle for that star or superstar? At this point in time, my answer to that is yes, especially because we have NBA insiders and executives basically stating the fact that Julius Randle could be used as the New York Knicks' next trade chip for the next big trade that they make. That means something. Because if you remember, a few seasons ago, the New York Knicks wanted to trade Julius, but they couldn't because there was no noise and no way for them to do so. Not in a way that would get them back something significant. But now, maybe things have changed. Maybe now, given his current play, the New York Knicks will be able to get something significant back for him. But if it's DeJounte Murray, I think a lot of fans would be unhappy. If it was Donovan Mitchell, maybe they would be a little bit more happy because he does have the name, that flashy superstar name. Maybe it's another name. Maybe it's another key player that we're not thinking about. That's the thing here. There are a lot of players that are available for trade right now. All the New York Knicks need to do is open up their war chest, make a couple of players available, and most importantly, pick up the phone and have a conversation just like you did with Toronto and make a deal get done. At this point in time, the Knicks are absolutely going to make another deal. They have to. They retained all their first round picks in this trade to get OG Anunoby. Not only that, but they also kept Quentin Grimes. They also kept Evan Fournier, and Evan Fournier's contract is seen as valuable around the league. They're looking to probably dangle that, a couple of first round picks, and likely Quentin Grimes to get another star or at least a significant piece on this roster. And who knows? If a superstar becomes available or a very, very good star, they might trade Julius Randle and picks to get that player on this roster. Again, with the trades that have just happened, nothing is off the table. Expect anything at this point in time because nothing is off the table, and any potential deal that you might hear, the New York Knicks might be the ones to pull the trigger on it. At this point in time, we're just waiting right now for Leon Rose to make the next move that we all expect him to make. Move Fournier, move another player, move those picks, and get another impactful player on this roster. I'm waiting on Leon Rose to make another move. But as of right now, I can't say anything because he just got the New York Knicks, the wing player that they've needed and that they've coveted and that they've wanted for the last few years in OG Anunoby. Who's next? Only Leon Rose and the New York Knicks know. But what about you guys? What do you think about this entire situation surrounding Julius Randle and potentially the New York Knicks trading him, according to this NBA executive, for another big trade that they can make? Let me know in the comments below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans. Peace.